start. All right, I'm Michael Jensen. I've been working with Linux since back when everyone thought Windows 95 was awesome, and manage hundreds of servers, the power sites with tens of millions of users. I'm going to talk a little bit about servers and how to get your business online the right way, a few tips regarding getting your business online. First step is to get your domain. It's kind of an obvious one there. There are a lot of tips out there on how to choose a domain name. If you Google it, you'll find them, read them, and follow them. Ignore those renewal notices you'll get in the mail that say, pay 30 bucks and renew your domain. They're just trying to rip you off. Don't send company email from your Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, MSN, AOL addresses. You have your own domain, so use it for your email. Sending from one of those other addresses is comparable to handing out business cards that are handwritten, maybe in crayon or something like that. There are two options that allow you to send email from your domain. You can post your own, which is a bad idea. You don't get very much bang for your buck. You can pay a few dollars a month and have somebody post it for you. My personal favorite is Google Apps. It's free for up to 50 users. Google Apps email has all the same features that email has. Your own domain, great spam filtering, and it makes it easy to collaborate with others in your company with documents and calendaring and instant messaging. And you need a place to host your site. Shared hosting is cost effective, but the site performance may suffer due to the other people that are sharing the server with you. Hardware is often overcommitted, and there are some limitations on software you can run. Virtual server is basically your own slice of a dedicated server. You have guaranteed allocation of resources, and sometimes you even have extra resources if nobody else is using on that system. Dedicated servers are completely isolated hardware. You have full control over them, and just like with virtual servers, you can install any software you want on them. The next option is co-located servers and data centers. You basically purchase the hardware, place it in a data center. One drawback is that you have to go fix a problem. That sometimes requires a trip to the data center to fix it. Big advantage is you can customize your hardware depending on your needs. If you need a system with a lot of disk space, you buy it that way. If you need a system with a lot of processing power, you buy it that way. Amazon EC2 and Rackspace Cloud are probably the biggest players in the cloud server arena. Costs are as low as $30 a month. As of this morning, I'd say as low as $10 a month. Amazon just advertised a new offering this morning with that. Starting up a new server typically takes about 5 minutes, and it's a great solution for rapid growth. Another option, if you have a completely static website, is Amazon CloudFront. I currently have a site that has over 160,000 pages on it that I'm posting there. It's costing me about 40 cents a month. Measure what's important. Start with your analytics like Omniture or Google Analytics. Also, you can program custom logging into your site to give you some insight into your users, how they're using it, and the performance of the back-end systems. Studies have proven that faster websites result in higher conversion rates and an increase in return visits. Google now incorporates site speed into their web search rankings. If you're measuring your server metrics, you can keep your site running fast for your users. Take steps to protect your any personal private information you may gather. Also be sure to encrypt sensitive information such as credit card data. People don't think about that until after somebody else has hacked into it. And I'm sure everyone here at one time has said, servers down. It's usually caused by limited resources or an actual failure in the system. And you can actually prevent that by some sort of redundancy, where one can take over if another system fails. Let's see, can you recover if your data center turns into a smoking hole in the ground or an employee accidentally deletes the data off of your servers? And how quickly can you do that? Some hosting providers will actually provide the service for you. You need to verify periodically to make sure the backups are working. Keep a long-term vision in mind when you're planning for growth, but only implement about one step ahead to keep ahead of your growth. That way you don't waste time solving theoretical problems that might not really exist. Caching your data at all layers is important. It helps with performance between where your data is stored in your database all the way up to the user's web browser. There are various layers in there where you can cache data. It'll be dependent on your own architecture as far as how you handle that. The most difficult part of any architecture to scale is the data store. Your site uses, as your site use increases and your data set increases, you're eventually going to need a cluster of sorts. Here are a few options. Clusters are able to handle scalability, redundancy, and performance issues as your data grows. Mill Creek Systems, we can manage your servers for you. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions regarding your specific setup of servers.